All right, well, how's everybody doing today? Chris Denny with Denny's Country Life here. Today's kind of an exciting video. Got a couple pieces of iron here. One of them is new to the farm. Uh, this one's not it. This is actually for a buddy of mine. I'm going to be doing some fabrication repair work on it. So, yeah, not so good. You can tell this thing's been rusting out for a long time, and his front end loader mounts to either side there. And yeah, so this thing is definitely seen better days, and I'm going to see if I can make it right for him. So I know I'll make something work. I'm not totally sure how much of this original assembly I'm going to use. If I can salvage some of it or most of it, then I'm going to, but obviously that whole back area, that's got to go, and see if I can make it out of something a little more skookum. So you can see it's metric size, but somewhere in the neighborhood of, I don't know, 5/16 thick or so. So, yep, that's the job I got going on here. Neat little Kubota, metal seat, poor guy. Anyway, on to the big boy. So, I got myself a year 2000 New Holland TL90. So this is a 90 engine horse, 81 at the PTO. A relatively clean tractor. It's not too beat up. It's got 3,000 hours on it, which is about what I was expecting for my price range, age-wise, hour-wise. Pretty decent shape overall. So it's been, I think it came out of Minnesota or something like that. And it was taken care of, at 3,000 hours, and it's just about 20 years old now. So there are some things that need attention. I need to get new headlights for it. They work, but the buckets are kind of rusted out. And yeah, they're going to need some help. I basically want to just kind of redo all the lighting on this. All the lights work, with the exception of that left, or I guess it'd be the right-hand floodlight or work light. It stopped working on me today. It worked yesterday, so I'm assuming it's just the bulb. Yeah, so this is New Holland's largest frame 90 horse tractor that they made back in the day. I think that the modern day equivalent of this would be a T5 series. So it's pretty wide. It takes up the whole road. So, well, the whole lane on our narrow county roads. The bucket on it, you can see, is a little small for it. It's a 72 inch. I would like to put a 84 inch on it. So that is going to happen. I'm not exactly sure how soon that's going to happen, but probably pretty soon. The reason for that being, this does not have skid steer quick attach, which is a shame. It's a rotten shame. It's going to cost me some money to convert that. So I'm debating on whether or not to get a conversion kit from Westendorf. This is a TA26 loader, as you can see. So they did have a skid steer quick attach option for this. I'm just not sure how available that is. If they have different pin spacings for the skid steer quick attach, or what. It might cost $1,000. Might cost more than that. Might cost less. I don't really know. I don't much care for Westendorf's quick attach system here. It's got these levers that you pull up to. There's a little bit of pressure on it now. That you pull up, and they don't lock up in place to release the pin from the bottom. So I was kind of screwing around with it earlier, trying to take the bucket off, and I didn't have any luck. So I didn't spend too much time trying to do that. Today's mostly been a maintenance day, going through, checking everything out, and yeah, just finding all the quirks with it. So when you check out a tractor at a dealer and you drive it around, you look underneath it, you poke around, make sure everything works, that you remember when you're there. I have a problem with not always, I get kind of excited, I'm looking at it, I'm driving it, I usually forget to check some things out. Now, I did end up, after putting a few hours on it, I did find some hydraulic leaks that are going to need to be addressed. Basically, I need to replace all of the loader hydraulic lines, and I need to put new seals in both the tilt function cylinders there. So that's going to cost me a little bit of money there. I'll probably be $400 or $500 in the lines and seals and whatnot. So that's one thing. There is a hydraulic leak up by, there's some sort of a valve right around that area. Not totally sure what it is, what it does, but it's leaking, and I'm not too terribly concerned about that. It looks like it might just be a fitting or a O-ring or something. I'll get that figured out, but yeah, in general, she is actually pretty clean. I do miss the radial tires. Radial tires are something that will definitely be missed. I will be putting radials on the front once these wear out. I'll probably give them another year. They're about 25-30% tread, and they're cupped really bad. So I can tell that this tractor's been eroded quite a bit, but the hours on it don't look very hard. It doesn't seem abused. It's definitely not beat up. It's just used. So 2 sets of remote hydraulics, as you can see. It's got just about everything I need. The telescopic 3-point links, and I love this system. So my Kubota had it, my last New Holland had it. I really like it. Yeah, it's got flow controls for the 3-point system. It's got this deal here. You use that for adjusting the height on your right hand link. So yeah, it's got just about everything I want. Top up in the cab. This is with my cell phone, so it doesn't get the best picture. It's not very wide angled like a GoPro, but hold on, my arm's getting kind of tired. So some things that I really like about it. This is actually a pretty roomy cab. Just went around the block with my wife, and she sat right there, and it wasn't too terribly bad. Decent amount of room here. I'm gonna try and position myself to get some decent pictures here. Pretty simple, bare bones cab, but 2 things it has that I really like is push button 4-wheel drive and push button diff lock, which both seem to work good. You got your RPMs there, your remotes. Sorry, the lighting is not very good here. So this is the 24 speed. You got your high-low button right there. So it's 24 by 12, and the road gears on it are right around 25 miles an hour. If you can maintain that speed without it getting too bouncy. Once this thing starts to get hopping, bouncing on the front end down the road, you gotta let up off of it. And if I keep it around 18 to 20 miles an hour or so, it's not too bad. Now I believe that would change quite a bit if I had the loader off, or at least the bucket off, and had some radials on the front there. So all in all, I mean, it's in pretty decent shape. The headliner isn't all that beautiful. Let's see if this camera will focus. It does have heat and AC, neither of which work. The blower works. Here's stereo. So a little bit of a bone to pick with the people. I'm gonna hop out of the cab here. A little bit of a bone to pick with the people I bought this from. Hopefully they make it right. I'm not going to mention names. We'll see if I can avoid some of the stickers that they put on here. I don't want to badmouth them too much, but they told me everything worked on this tractor. One thing I forgot to check was the HVAC system when I was test driving it. So I told them on the phone, I said, you know, I'll buy the tractor. I'm not going to talk you down on price, but can you guys please make sure that the heat blows hot and that the AC blows cold? So salesman said, oh yeah, no problem, it should work just fine. And I said, well, can you guys check it? He said, okay, yeah, I'll have the mechanic take a look at it. So next day he called up and said, hey, I got some papers for you to sign, and I said, so how'd the heat and AC check out? He said, oh, actually, yeah, we didn't get around to that, and so you know, he said, I'll get the mechanic to take a look at it. So I pick it up the next day after signing for it. The owner said he didn't know anything about having the mechanic take a look at it, and none of this, unfortunately, was in writing. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get dicked on this one and end up having to foot the bill to have my local New Holland dealer repair it. But I'm going to do my best to hold them to it. They promised me that everything on this tractor worked. And, you know, for the price, I felt like what they were asking was reasonable. And that's why I didn't talk them down, because, you know, a good honest sale is a good honest sale. If you price it a reasonable price, I want you to make money as a dealer. And I'd like to build a relationship. So, anyway, hopefully that gets rectified, because heat and AC in a cab is a very, very big deal. Might as well just have an open station tractor if neither of those work. So anyway, guys, very excited about this tractor. Trying not to be a wah-wah video about heat and AC, but yeah, this sure is a lovely tractor. It's a hoot to drive, and I will be getting a little bit more into larger hay operation stuff down the road here. I really would like to get a silage special round baler, and somewhere between a 10 and a 12 foot mower conditioner. So well, that and a larger tedder and and a V rake. So I finally have the horsepower to do that, and yeah, so the future is going to be exciting here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. This video is right at about 12 minutes now. A little bit longer than I wanted, but hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Take good care, and we will catch you on the next video.